Merchant Circle exists for one reason. There's been an explosion of inventory in the local internet that small merchants need to have the opportunity to capture. Today they're spending money on a lot of advertising that frankly just doesn't work. Most people see this as the Yellow Pages. What we want to do is give them an opportunity to express themselves on the local internet, and by doing so, better compete against the big box. So nobody wants a Walmart in their corner. Everybody wants to go there to buy something, but if you're a small business, the last thing you want is Walmart to come suck the life out of the downtown area. No, I mean, if you look at what's happened in Hercules and other towns, nobody wants it to happen. The problem is that the big guys like Walmart, Home Depot, Starbucks are using the internet to beat up the little guy, when in fact, the little guy should be using the internet to beat up the big guy and to take back what's uniquely theirs. They're the only people who are uniquely local and have the opportunity to provide uniquely local service, a uniquely local perspective on community issues, and solve local customers' problems. What we want to do at Merchant Circle is allow small merchants to leverage the big giant internet and frankly use Google to fight back against the big guys. Our vision is to have 1, 2, 5 million merchants expressing themselves and advertising locally on the internet over the next couple of years. And by doing this, to actually change the local search experience so that when you do a local search, you're not finding the 25 local Starbucks, which frankly no one cares about. Instead, you're finding the unique local shops that make your town the kind of unique town that it is. We allow them to create a web advertisement, a web description of their business, a set of abilities to communicate outside. Not that dissimilar to what a teenager may do on MySpace, obviously focused in a different way, but feels much more like a MySpace profile as opposed to feeling like a complicated, hard to understand, hard to manage web page. Some of our merchants are doing things like helping you understand how to clean your gutters. Now, why do they do that? Well, they do that for their normal customers today. If you talk to them, they would tell you when you should clean your gutters, when you shouldn't clean their gutters, because it drives them business. We're now allowing them to communicate that to their entire customer base. Other merchants are in the barbecue business, and they're telling you what they think is interesting in barbecue. What do they think interesting places are? They do that offline today because it drives them traffic. We allow them to do it online, easier, faster, and bring more local customers to bear. These merchants aren't, big fancy companies. They look things like Dvorsky's Painting. They're not all in the internet Silicon Valley either. They're in places like Fair Oak, Alabama, Albany, Georgia, Soldotna, Alaska, places that really are hard to get to, but there's a great opportunity to advertise locally because, in fact, of those 70 million people who are on the web in the United States today, a lot of them aren't in fact in Silicon Valley. A lot of them are in the regular part of the United States where people have just begun to use the internet to find things locally. For a merchant who comes onto the system, in the end what we're really offering them is an opportunity to express themselves and have lots and lots of local people see those expressions. So, most basic level, upload pictures. Some of our merchants are uploading 40 or 50 pictures. Pictures of themselves, pictures of their customers, pictures of their products. Blog. Now they don't really think about it as blogging, they think about it as talking. It's conversing about what's going on in the local community. And we find merchants who are conversing about everything from what the real estate market is doing, to the parking problem downtown, to the problem they've had with city government. But that content, which is unique and local, drives more people to see their site. Coupon creation. We have lots of different avenues for them to both create and publish coupons. And all this content is being published in over 14 million RSS feeds that are going out, where you can pick up a feed as a website on coupons in a town, on deals in a town, on happenings or news in a town. Lots of different forms of content, which is allowing the more and more people to see what the merchants are able to create. We also offer a very simple ability for merchants to post a newsletter, something they're oftentimes doing today, and then placing through multiple different avenues. If there's one thing I'd suggest people take away today, it is that there's an enormous opportunity, both for the consumer and for the advertising business, of bringing the local merchant online. The consumer wants to find things local. They're really not interested in finding where the 41 local coffee shops are, local Starbucks guys are. They want to find something interesting local. So by bringing merchants on board, we're making the consumer experience better. And for the advertising industry, they want people to be able to buy this local advertising who can most effectively use it. And the bottom line is, a local merchant will more effectively be able to use local advertising inventory than Walmart.